Hey everyone! We didn't plan to do a video tonight. We're working on Star Wars Follies Episode 5 Blaster Masters. But I got a special package in the mail and I wanted to highlight that in a video because this is one of those toys that sat at the bottom of the toy bin. We all had them. The toy that our crazy aunt gave us that one random Christmas. We didn't really know anything about it and we didn't care to know. And the toy just sat in the bottom of the toy bin for 20 years and we never touched it. This is that situation for me. I think it was the Christmas of '84 or '85, and I was at my mom's mother's house, so my maternal grandmother's house, and one of her sisters gave me this robot for Christmas. And this was at the height of the Transformers and Voltron era, and I guess she got wind that I liked Voltron and Transformers, and she bought me this, what I thought was a random Japanese robot toy. Now keep in mind, in the 80s, Japanese robot toys were being imported from everywhere. So Bandai was importing them under the Chogokin label, and then there were a lot of bootlegs coming in from Taiwan that were bootlegs of actual Japanese Chogokin robots. I didn't know anything about this toy, and it actually was looked at, fiddled with for a few minutes. I remember it came in a big styrofoam tray, and then it sat in my toy bin for 20 years. And didn't do anything. Well, 5 years ago, I was clearing out all of my toys and organizing them for the first time, and I came across this robot. I remembered it from my whole childhood, but I didn't know anything about its parts. I didn't know what went to it, what didn't, and I had to look it up on the internet thanks to this one small sticker on the wing that said Daitarn. And when I looked up Daitarn, I discovered that this was a robot called Daitarn 3. And every single part, it seemed like, in the bottom of that bin went to this thing. This robot turned into 5 or 6 different things. It turned into a tank. It turned into a gestalt. I didn't even realize how sophisticated it was. And I was actually glad that I hadn't played with it all that much, because now it's a highly desirable collectible among robot collectors. But there was one problem. Even though all of the pieces were mint, the only thing that had affected it was heat over the years, I guess when it was in crawl spaces and whatnot. So some of the stickers had fallen off because they dried out. But of course, it was missing one part, his left hand. And as you know, robot toys from Japan all had firing fists. And if you don't have both the hands, both the fists, kind of like with Optimus Prime, you've got a goofy looking toy that looks grossly incomplete. So I searched and searched every day on eBay for 5 years, and finally a fist came up. And so now I have the fist to my never played with Daitarn 3. And I'm going to complete him right now and end this crazy quest of mine to and the cat got one of the parts, so I'm going to have to grab that. Hold on one second. Okay, we're back, and Kirby didn't eat this little doodad to Daitarn 3. But that's not what we're interested in. We're interested in this piece, because as you can see, Daitarn has all of his gear, and he can fire off his axe, or he can fire off his blade, but he can also hold these items through posts that can go into his fists. So it's nice to finally complete this, because even though I never played with it, after I did the research, I got really excited that I actually owned one. So here we go. This will be anticlimactic for you and very climactic for me. And there we are. Looks pretty good. Now I can take this piece, put him down here. He'll stand up on his massive treads, and I can attach these two pieces together, and that forms his other massive hand weapon. So now he can have both of his weapons in his hands rather than the jury-rigged way where I had one laying across the top. And there he is, Daitarn 3. As you can tell, he has just an absolute ton of stuff. He turns into a tank, he turns into a plane, he turns into this giant robot. I think there's like 4 things he turns into. And I'll probably never turn him into those because he's in such great shape. Another Japanese robot toy for the RetroBlasting archive.
Daitarn Street, Daitarn